Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading. Today, I'm going to be looking into your year ahead. So, we're going to look at the year ahead and also what your life will be like 1 year from now. So, it's going to be like a future timeline reading. And yeah, we'll just see what comes through, what spirit would like you to know at this time. So we have 3 cards to choose from. You can also pick more than one if you feel drawn to that. And I will also just let you know that I have just released a light language tape called Clear the Way. It would be a really supportive tape if you feel guided to check it out for working with in the year ahead. It's really great for like sending light forwards ahead on your path to help clear the way, to clear obstacles, and to help you align with your highest timeline. So you can read more about it in the description box below if you would like to. And other than that, I will see you for your reading. Hello, group 1. So you chose this card, which is the 7 of Cups in traditional tarot, and it says choose wisely. So your year ahead and your life 1 year from now, I feel that there's a lot of surprises in store for you. There's a lot of things that you actually can't predict at this point in your life. I feel that intuitively you do feel change is coming. I feel like you're very intuitive people actually who chose this group. And I feel like you know that something is changing kind of beneath the surface, like out of sight. There's something about it changing in like the hidden realms, in the unseen areas of your life and then filtering into your life. But I see that the way that things will change is going to bring some element of surprise, some element of you really could not see this coming, you really could not predict it, but in the best possible way. Like it's really a blessing kind of surprise. I feel like it's something that for some reason you just can't imagine right now. It's sort of like, I don't know, imagine like going to a planet that you've never seen before. And it's like, you've never even heard of it. You have no idea what it's like. It's like, how could you predict what that experience would be like? How could you predict, what that land would look like or what the people there would be like? You just can't predict something that you have kind of like no prior knowledge of. And that's sort of what I'm feeling. It's like, there's something about your spirit team might be keeping you kind of in the dark on purpose, but for good reasons. Like I'm seeing that the surprise as it comes in for you is going to feel like this abundance of blessings. It's going to feel like your dreams are coming true, but in the best possible way and in ways like better than you could have even imagined. This feels like the way that you are designing your life, almost like spirit is kind of taking over like as an architect of your life and making the design even grander, even bigger, even better, even more incredible and abundant, and just to bless you like even more. And for some reason you just aren't seeing this coming, but there's some element of this that feels like otherworldly, or it feels like you haven't seen this before in your life. You're entering into like new territory, because I keep seeing someone like going to a new planet, like traveling there. And what that experience would be like symbolically, metaphorically, like what that would be like. So I feel like you're going to feel your life 1 year from now. It's almost like you're in a completely different world. It's like you've stepped into a new planet. You're in a completely different world, and you could not really predict the way that your life would feel, what it would look like, who you would be around, the opportunities that have come knocking at your door. Like I'm seeing that your life is going to take some twists and turns in the next year, like in the year ahead, but in the best possible way, and it's going to feel really, really, really good. You are definitely being guided intuitively. Spirit really wants you to trust in your intuition and to trust in, I feel like you know that your life is changing, you know that things are changing. And sometimes when things are changing, like, because I'm seeing for you, this is really radical change. Like this is quite significant change that will happen in the next year of your life. And so sometimes you might feel a bit of uncertainty about the future, or a bit of doubts, or even some anxiety. And I feel like Spirit's saying that this is fine. Like don't feel that your anxiety is a sign of like anything negative to come, because I actually feel like it's more of just an indication that what you are moving towards is really foreign to you. Like there's something about it that is uncharted territory. Like you've never been to this place before. You've never been to this, you've never had this experience on earth yet. There's something about where you're going to be really experiencing some new things in the next year. And I feel like in a way that these things were kind of kept back from you, like you weren't a vibrational match to it previously. You weren't like, it's something like you're breaking free, you're having a breakthrough, and you're entering into like new levels of experience in the earth. And it's really, really positive. But I feel like there's something about anxiety here as well. because you might not be able to see ahead. And sometimes when we can't see ahead, it can bring up kind of like primal kind of survival fears. Like, say you're walking in nature and then fog surrounds you all of a sudden. You can't see more than like a few feet in front of you. It can bring up some like anxiety. If you've ever had that happen, it happened to me a few years ago. And I remember it was a really magical experience, but it also kind of just naturally made me feel a little bit on edge. Like, I was like, oh, I have to like watch my step. I don't know what's in front of me. So I feel like that might be kind of your experience in the next year, or for a period of time during the next, 3 to 6 months. It could be a shorter period where you might feel a little bit fogged in, and there's a lot of things changing, and it's almost like you're not going to get the big reveal until later, and you're going to kind of have it like your life is getting a makeover within that fog. I'm kind of getting that as like, you're surrounded by fog and you can't really see, and then spirit is kind of working behind the scenes and like giving your house, your life, your circumstances some kind of a makeover. Some kind of a renovation is happening in your life, and you might not be able to really see what the end result that you're working towards is. So any anxiety, spirit's saying like, just trust that what you are being led to is way better than you can even imagine. Like, spirit's saying, even if you gave spirit like a grocery list, of all your wishes, of like what you would like your life to be like. You want this thing, you want this thing, you want this thing. The way that spirit is going to deliver this like a year from now is going to be so much better than you could have even written and thought of and dreamt up for yourself. So there's something like you're really I'm seeing like positive karma. Now I'm being shown like you have really positive karma, and like spirit is rewarding you, like giving you some blessings that you really, really deserve. So yeah, spirit's saying like that any anxiety that you might feel could also just be the fact that you are really stepping into new territory. Like, you are really going somewhere that you have never been before. It could also be something like you're breaking free from ancestral limitations, where it's a place, like you're going to a place energetically, or even a place on earth. It could be that you previously like weren't able to reach. Something about maybe you're going beyond ancestral programming, like you're making more money, say, than your ancestors, like you're breaking free from poverty programming, for example. And sometimes when we actually reach success, we can have anxiety. It sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes when we are it's because it might feel unfamiliar. Like if all you've known your whole life is like poverty and not having enough and lack, and then you start to make enough money, you start to increase your finances, the fact that it feels so unfamiliar can actually bring anxiety. And it can bring anxiety for the fact that you are breaking free from your ancestral kind of karma and lineage. It's kind of a strange phenomenon. But spirit's saying like, you just have to kind of meditate through this process. Like, just be observant of your feelings, how things might be changing around you, how things might be changing inside of you, and just know that you are being delivered to something truly, truly remarkable. All right, so I'm going to pull these astro dice for you, and we're going to see what spirit wants you to know. Okay, so we have Aries, we have Saturn, and we have the 4th house here. Yeah, so Aries is really about this new beginning that I'm feeling in your life. Like, 1 year from now, your life is going to be very, very different. With Saturn here as well, this is something that you have worked really, really hard for. Saturn is sort of the lord of time and rules over like karma and karmic limitation, especially how karma creates like the feeling of limitation, where we feel held back or things get delayed or things like this. So I feel 1 year from now, something that has been delayed in your life will finally be arriving. It might be many, many things, with these 7 of cups energy. I'm seeing like multiple aspects of your life kind of arriving in at once, like multiple deliveries, like a big like pile of deliveries lining up at your door. I'm seeing like many aspects of your life, like finally feeling a deliverance of that, like finally manifesting something. And I keep hearing finally. So I feel like something in your life or multiple areas of your life may have felt really, really delayed. And it might have felt quite confusing, or like there might have been some kind of fog or uncertainty as to like, why has this thing been delayed for me? And I feel like there might be some like understanding that's happening a year from now, where you look back, you have the benefit of hindsight, and you also have the benefit of actually having received the thing that you have been desiring. And I see you kind of looking back at your life and sort of understanding at a deeper level, like, why was this delayed? Why did this take so long to kind of finally come in for me? So with the 4th house here as well, in the astro dice, I see for a lot of you that you will actually be living in a different location 1 year from now. Okay, I feel like it's going to be, so for some reason, I feel like a drastically different location. Like some of you might be moving overseas or moving to a place in the country that you may have never actually been before. I see for a lot of you, you might be moving away from your hometown, like the place where you were born or where you may have a lot of family, and kind of branching out on your own. I'm seeing a strong independence energy. Like I'm really seeing a trailblazing energy here in this astro dice with the Aries energy as well. It's like I feel like you're living somewhere you've never been before, or you've never lived before 1 year from now. Now, obviously, that won't be for every single person watching this, but it's a really strong message coming through. For some of you in 1 year from now, you might be traveling, you might be international, like overseas somewhere. I'm seeing this real sense of adventure here in this spread as well, where I feel you're going to naturally kind of be desiring more adventure. You're going to be like, you know what, I need adventure. It's not a want, it's a need. Like I feel you're going to be branching out, doing more adventurous things, taking more chances, maybe really shifting your lifestyle. For some of you, you might be living, I don't know, doing like a through hike, like the Appalachian Trail or something, and just like being like, you know what, I'm exiting out of society for 6 months and I'm walking this trail and I'm just doing my own thing. Or some of you might be converting a van and doing van life for a while. I'm just seeing this like real need to change something. A year from now, you're going to feel this like sense of, I need this change, I need it. And it's part of your soul's growth and evolution. For others of you, I really feel 1 year from now, you might be buying a home. There might be a sense of like, oh, I can finally afford this home that I wanted, or I can finally move to this location that I've really wanted to go to. A lot of finding home for some of you as well. It's about finding your forever home, finding the place on earth that feels like home, or a person on earth that feels like your home. Like the fourth house is our sense of home, and it's also our inner world. So I feel like there's been some like restlessness in your energy field, I'm feeling, where maybe you've been searching for a person, or maybe you've been searching for a place, a location on earth that really feels like, yeah, this is the place I want to put down roots. I'm seeing for some of you as well, really important, something about a garden, like finally being able to plant things and put down roots, because I'm seeing like some of you might be purposefully living a, you know, traveling kind of lifestyle, but for some of you, it's about finally being able to root in somewhere and like plant a garden and have vegetables and plant like fruit trees and trees, and kind of finally having some kind of a sense of like, yes, this is the place I want to grow, this is the place I want to live and really build something with someone. So yeah, with Saturn there as well, it's in this case, it's a really positive sign, because it's showing that you're finally receiving something that has been a long time in the coming, like a long time coming. You're finally able to receive something that you have karmically worked really hard for, like even worked for your entire lifetime. And it could be something that has been really, really challenging to live without. Like for some of you, like I said, it could be about finances, finally receiving a breakthrough with your money and with your manifestation of money. For some of you, it could be about your health, like finally having a breakthrough with your health. But whatever it is, like this level of breakthrough is bringing you into a place energetically that you have never been before, and that you cannot even predict, even in your wildest dreams. And that's what Spirit really wants you to know about a year from now, is like, keep dreaming, keep visualizing with the 7 of Cups, keep meditating on the life that you want. But keep in mind that Spirit has your back. Like this group in particular, I'm feeling like Spirit really has your back. Spirit really wants you to know that you are blessed, that you have really positive and good karma on your side, and that you are going to be given kind of gifts, like multiple gifts. I'm seeing again those packages at your door. You're going to be given like multiple gifts to kind of aid your life and your life experience, or opportunities that you really didn't see coming. And maybe also your own like courage or strength to make changes that you didn't realize you had in you. For some of you as well, this is about having gifts actually coming through you, your own channel, like realizing, oh my gosh, I'm an incredible writer or dancer or singer or channeler, or I don't know, something which was like previously kind of kept from you to some extent, or it wasn't being fully expressed within you. I'm seeing 1 year from now, you're having gifts, like you are embodying a gift that you naturally have, like a natural talent, an innate talent that you naturally have that you didn't even realize was there. For some reason, it was being kept from you and you just couldn't see it. I mean, I've talked about this before on my channel, but when I started channeling light language, I had no idea previously in my whole life that I had this ability until it started coming through. So keep in mind that this is very, very real. This happens to all of us in some way at some point in our life. We will discover, oh, I'm actually really good at this. And this is what I'm seeing as well, is like you're discovering more about yourself. Like you're realizing, oh, I really love to go through hiking, or I really love to go camping, or I'm really a natural at starting fires, or I'm really good at swimming or rock climbing. Like there's something that you weren't previously aware of in yourself. And a year from now, I'm seeing almost like a cascade effect, where a domino effect, where you start one thing and you do something new, and then you realize, oh, I'm really good at this, I'm really good at this. And you're kind of learning more about yourself. For some of you with the Aries energy, it could also be like, yeah, I'm getting a really strong independence energy with the Aries. And then the fourth house, again, it could be that you're leaving home a year from now. It could be I'm seeing you waving goodbye to family, to friends, to a sense of what is known, and like walking into the unknown. But it feels really good. It feels really time. It feels really like this is what you are meant to be doing, and almost like what you're here to do. I'm also seeing like you're breaking free from family lineage karma. Like you're going beyond what your family was ever able to go beyond. Something that maybe was like a family, almost like for some of you, it could even be, I'm seeing like some kind of curse or even black magic in the family lineage. Something that was like really kept from you because of family ancestral kind of karma. And you might want to check out my DNA blueprint activation or my Dreamtime Ancestral Clearing. Both of those can be used as sleep tapes. I would really recommend in the next year that you work with sleep tapes to reprogram your subconscious mind. Both of those come to mind because of the family connection that I'm feeling in your spread, and that it would really help you free up this energy as you're moving into this new kind of era for yourself. But yeah, I see 1 year from now you've broken free from some kind of a family curse. I know that might sound quite extreme, and for some of you it won't resonate, but for some of you I actually feel like some kind of a curse in the family line, the family lineage, and you're breaking free from it. You're healing something. And for others of you, it's just generalized kind of generational karma or trauma that's passed down through the DNA, through the bloodlines. Something to do with maybe money, maybe about independence, like you're the first one to move away from your family home, like from the place where you lived, or you're the first one to, I don't know, make a certain amount of money, or you're the first one to, I don't know, not have children or have children, or something like this, where you're doing something that your family haven't done, and that is freeing up yourself and also your lineage. Because yeah, we have 7 there. The card you chose, 7's about freedom. So it's like something 1 year from now, you're going to be feeling free. Okay, let's pull you a couple more cards here. So you're going to be feeling way more free. Yeah, we have the birds there. Wow. We have power with strength card here. We have the 3 of earth, recognition and reward. Let's get a couple more cards here. Okay, Spirit, a couple more cards here. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so it could really be about money then. With the 5 of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough financially, something that's been really delayed for you. And it could be as well with recognition and reward. This is about finally breaking free in your career. I do feel like it's definitely connected to some kind of ancestral like karma. Look at that. We have this card flying out for you. We have victory and success. Woohoo! And look, back of the deck, we have the base chakra. Okay. Really, really significant energy there. Okay, so really significant with the base chakra coming out, which is the root chakra, of course, the first chakra right at the base of the spine, like the tailbone, right, where we sit. There's something here about your foundations, like what I was saying earlier about how your life is going to be changing in ways that you cannot even see right now. You can't even predict because you've never experienced this before. So it's like some kind of condition that you were born into, that you just felt like the whole world around you is just always this way. Like, this is just what life is. This is just what life is like. There's no other way of like experiencing things. That fundamental kind of experience of the world is going to be different 1 year from now. Like, you're going to really think, I did not know life could be like this. I did not know my life could be like this. I did not know I could reach like new heights in this way. especially I'm seeing something to do with finances as well as the physical body, physical health, something to do with foundations as well, to do with home, like housing and home, and also location as well. Like your actual location in the world for a lot of you will be completely different. And also maybe a place you didn't realize you would live, or somewhere that you may have never really been before. Even like there's something about it just feels very new. So yeah, with the root chakra, it's super significant that you are shifting fundamentally something, a condition, like a karmic energy that you were born into. Like you're actually changing your DNA expression. For a lot of you, this might be about spontaneous healing, like actually finally healing from some kind of an illness that you've been going through with the Five of Pentacles. But on the Five of Pentacles there, the far left, it says financial and material changes. So many of you, this is about money. Like this is about you having victory and success with your money, especially with the Six of Wands. If you are like visible in some way with your career, or if your career like involves, having eyes on your work in some way, like if you're selling copies of something or selling a product, I'm seeing something about having visibility, having victory and success maybe on social media for some of you as well with the Six of Wands, or if you're in the performing arts in some way. I'm seeing especially that, like a huge breakthrough. But this is also you shifting in your very foundation so that the opportunities that you manifest completely shift. Like you could be manifesting a huge pay rise or a career shift or finally getting your dream job, or I don't know, just the conditions in your life like changing so significantly, and especially to do with finances, material, success and abundance. I see you as well with the Strength card. Power here is like you're finally coming into a fuller expression of your power. I feel like there was karma that was holding you back with the Saturn and then the root chakra here. It's like there have been things that have held you back, and it may have felt like delays, or it may have felt like you weren't living into your full potential, or you had illnesses or financial like poverty cycles that kept playing out. And I'm seeing something about that really ending. And again, I just hearing you saying like, I did not even know that life could be like this. Like you really did not know life could be like this. So I feel that you may have been going through some kind of like a deeply healing phase lately. And I see that continuing in the year ahead, but I see that it's going to be marked more by success, rather than I'm seeing like shifting energies where the pace is shifting. Like I'm feeling like I'm seeing that you're coming from a time where you may have been going through like a really deeply healing phase. And I feel that over the next year, that's going to be like subtly shifting, and you're going to be moving out from just sort of being in a healing phase to being more in an active phase where you're really living life. Like I'm seeing by 1 year from now, you're going to feel that you are living life to the fullest. And like I said, there might have been things that were outside of your control, or at least it felt that way with the Saturn card, where it's the Saturn dice, where it's like you might not have felt like you were living fully in your potential or fully what you have sort of come here to experience, like that for some reason was feeling limited. So I'm seeing 1 year from now, you're not going to feel limited in that way anymore. You're going to feel like really expanded, like you're really living out the fullness of what your life is meant to kind of encompass for yourself. With the Six of Wands, victory and success here as well, I feel that it's almost going to be like the whole world starts seeing you differently. There's something about visibility, like the world starts seeing you differently, and therefore you get noticed in different ways. You get opportunities for different things. You get, I don't know, hit on or asked out or something. And it's something to do with like the inner shifts that you've been doing, like this, especially breaking family lineage curses. For some of you, it's been like literal, like you had to battle some kind of a curse, or like some kind of a really deep, like subconscious lineage karma, like to do with poverty, especially for a lot of you, to do with something about not feeling at home or not finding like a safe and stable home that you want to live in. I feel for a lot of you, this is about home. Some of you may have even experienced like homelessness on the, more extreme end. But others of you may have just had some instability in your life where things just weren't stable, it wasn't certain, and that caused a sense of like always being in crisis mode and not really being able to sort of like get started with certain things. So I'm seeing a really strong foundation 1 year from now where you can really start to, like I said, make manifest like the fullness of who you are and really feel that you are living out your full potential. Like you're not wasting a moment of your life. Like you're really, I'm seeing in a very active phase 1 year from now, like you're doing a lot with your life. You're doing a lot. Like there's a lot on your plate and you're loving it all. I'm also seeing, like, again, people noticing you in a different way, people paying attention to you in a different way. Like, maybe if you haven't been asked out in, like, years or something, all of a sudden, all these people are, like, noticing you and asking you out and flirting with you or something like this. There's something about where it's like, because you've broken some kind of karmic lineage energy, you are now being noticed by the world in a different way, or like your work gets to the level of success that you've always dreamed for it to get to, or you get noticed on social media in a way that you weren't being noticed before. And it's not necessarily that the quality of your work has necessarily changed, or that the quality of who you are has changed, right? It's just that you have cleared some kind of karma that was creating delays energetically, subconsciously, so that people weren't able to really see. It's like when we have karma, especially when it's from the lineage, from the family lineage, it kind of sits in front of us like a veil. That's sort of how I see it. And it can block, our attraction points. It can block us from really getting the rewards that we deserve in life for hard work, or getting noticed by the right people in life romantically, or for opportunities in career or whatever, or getting that promotion. It kind of sits in front of us like a veil, and it distorts reality, and it distorts the way we are seen. So with this Victory and Success card, I'm seeing you being seen in a different way. I'm seeing the whole world around you like seeing you for who you are, and you really feeling very successful with that, like feeling really seen, and it's going to translate into money. It's going to translate into finances. It's going to translate into being popular, having opportunities, having promotions, also finding a place on earth. Like, for example, that veil that I was saying that sits in front of us when we have this like family karma that sits with us, it's even in our DNA. As we are reversing that, because you are a really powerful soul, okay? Group 1, like, you are a powerful soul. You are totally doing this kind of reversal energy of family karmic lineage. Again, if you feel drawn to, I would really, really recommend the Dreamtime Ancestral Clearing. That is a powerful light language clearing that I channeled, okay? That is like, it kind of is really strong, so I'd say be careful with it. You might have to ease into it, but I really recommend listening to it for the good part of a year, or working with the DNA activation light language tape as well. Both of them can be used as sleep tapes. You can use all of my tapes as sleep tapes if you just put them on repeat overnight. I also recommend the trauma clearing codes light language tape as well. I really love that one. I also listen to that one as a sleep tape in my personal life, because I find that the light language is just super helpful for me, and it's sort of like it scratches a point. It's like it scratches an itch I didn't know I had somewhere. So all those 3 I would really recommend to work with to really help yourself over the next year, because what I'm seeing is that you're doing a level of healing and clearing work for family lineage, like intergenerational karma, curses, trauma, that is at a level that most people never reach in their life. Like, this is very significant. You should be really proud of yourself. And you're reaching a level of victory and success 1 year from now where you get to finally receive the blessings of it. And like I was saying, it's like you've been born into certain conditions that you just never really knew what life would look like without them. Like, you just always had some kind of a condition hanging over your head, some kind of a limitation hanging over your head. So you didn't even know what life could be like. So I'm just seeing how amazing it's going to feel to finally be able to feel the freedom of having broken free from those limitations, those delays, and be receiving kind of the rewards. See, that card says recognition and reward. That's exactly what I was feeling. It's like you're going to be recognized in a new way by the whole world in many areas of your life. And same with the rewards. They're going to come in multiple ways, through multiple areas. Through multiple sources. It's going to come in like a lot. Like, I'm seeing a lot of abundance 1 year from now for you. And really, the foundation that you're already in, it feels certain, because these things take time, but the work that you've already done has built up a lot of momentum. Like, you are really moving towards this quite quickly. Keep in mind that a year, it can feel like a long time, but it's also not that long. Like, I see the amount of change that you're going to be experiencing between now and a year from now. It's going to be profound for you. Like, I'm seeing you're going to kind of like not even really be able to believe it. Like, you're going to be like, I feel like a completely different person than who I was 1 year from, like, 1 year ago. And I feel you're just going to feel like really grateful that you've done this healing work, and that you get to experience something that so many people on earth, they never experience, that lifting of the veil of that family karma, that lineage stuff that you get born into. And it's like, oh, this is just what life is, and I just have to live this out. And they just subconsciously kind of play it out, whether that's poverty or relationship issues, karma to do with relationships, or addiction, or illnesses. Like, you have the ability, like, as a soul, you have the strength, you have the power to reverse that. Do you know how significant that is? That is incredibly significant, and it's also incredibly important to help heal the whole earth and to help free up the energy for the whole earth. So yeah, amazing. That is your reading group 1. I do hope it served you. And like I said, if you would like to check out my work, I do feel like it would genuinely support you in this year ahead that you have. Like I said, the Dreamtime Ancestral Clearing, the DNA Light Language Tape, DNA Activation Light Language Tape, and the Trauma Clearing Codes, as well as my tape Clear the Way, which is more of a new one. All of those would really support you. I'll link them all in the description box below if you would like to read more about them and see if they're right for you. And I definitely recommend using a sleep tape, okay? Listening each night to light language, to affirmations, is so helpful to helping to reprogram the subconscious mind and free yourself from this ancestral karmic lineage. You might already be working with one, because I'm feeling like it's working, okay? If you're already working with one, then Spirit wants you to know that it's working, okay? It is having an impact. All right, I'm sending you so much love and light. Hello, group 2. So you chose card number 2, which is intuition, which is the high priestess in traditional tarot. So 1 year from now, I'm seeing the number one thing I'm seeing from your energy is that you have a very strong aura. Like, I'm just seeing a strength in your aura, like you're shining really bright. There's some kind of spiritual energy that you have managed to cultivate within yourself that means that you are glowing in life. Like, you may be having a glow up as well. There may be a glow up. Like, I'm just seeing the spiritual energy that you're holding is at a much higher frequency than you are used to. It's like you're moving up a level spiritually in some way. This could also relate to your actual psychic abilities. For all of you, though, I see intuition being something that is much more coming like a lot easier to you. Like, I'm seeing a lessening of self-doubt, or that sense of kind of flip-flopping or ping-ponging between am I right? Am I wrong? Should I do this? Should I not? Like, an indecisiveness. I'm seeing like more of a strength in your energy field where you kind of know what you need to do in any one moment, and you back yourself 100%. Like, I'm seeing a self-trust and a self-love that feels very strong and has certainly been cultivated by yourself. Like, you're really supporting yourself in a different way. I'm seeing like fractures that have been historically, like previously in your energy field. It's like they're mending and you're becoming whole. And this is like translating into you having this very vibrant, strong auric field, where I'm seeing as well manifestations able to come to you quicker, manifestations able to arrive at your doorstep like in a much faster way, and also in a very effortless way. You're certainly going to be in your feminine power 1 year from now. Of course, this is not about gender, but I'm just saying the feminine energy that lives within all of us, like within you, is going to be super strong and super in their power. Like, you're going to be in your power in the feminine, meaning that your manifestation game is going to be on point. Like, you're going to have manifestations coming to you with ease and with grace. And it's going to feel so good to feel like things are happening for you without you having to try as much. I'm seeing as well the way that the world around you kind of like responds to you, I guess is the word. Like, the way that people respond to you or react to you is going to be slightly different, and you're going to kind of notice that people kind of treat you with a bit more respect, or they treat you with a little bit more, I don't know, like care or something. Like, they take notice of you more, and it's because of this energy within you. For some of you, I'm seeing as well, you might be healing from patterns of people pleasing, and it's almost like the world is like taking notice of that, because I'm seeing something about like trauma that has been previously visible in your energy field is no longer going to be visible 1 year from now. Like, people aren't going to be able to kind of read you as well. Like, there's going to be a mystery to you. And there's also going to be a sense of more protection. Like, I'm seeing boundaries now as well. Like, you're going to be far more protected with your boundaries, and that people who have negative intentions, who are like manipulating kind of people, who are conniving, kind of darker, like lower vibrational kind of people, they're not going to be able to access you. Like they're going to, like, because when we have trauma, like I'll try to flesh out what I'm trying to say is like when we have trauma, it can kind of show up in the energy field and it can kind of be written all over us. It can kind of be written all over, like in our speech, like the way that we speak, or if we're people pleasing, or if we're, I don't know, whatever kind of like way that it can kind of be a tell. And like obviously not everyone can pick it up, but I find that people who are very, very manipulative, who are maybe narcissistic or like manipulators, liars kind of thing, who have negative intentions, say, for a relationship with someone, they can often like pick out and like sniff out and pinpoint like someone who has a weakness or a weak spot from having prior trauma through relationship. And they can kind of pick it out and like sniff it out and then target that individual. And it's sort of like a sixth sense in a way that these like narcissists have for like empaths who have trauma, right? Okay, so I'm seeing like something about that has shifted in you 1 year from now, and it may already be shifting because this stuff takes time. So it's already really happening. But 1 year from now, it's like you're going to be experiencing the benefit of people not being able to read your energy and read your past and be like, oh, this person was really hurt in relationship, or this person had a abusive father, or whatever. Like, not that everyone can do that, okay? Sure, like maybe if they're psychic, they might be able to read something. But I'm just feeling this sense of like, negative people who have negative intentions, it's like they can kind of read this trauma history in people. Let me know in the comments if you have any experience with this, or if you resonate, or if you have any idea what I'm trying to say, but it's something I really noticed in my own life. So I'm seeing that, yeah, your aura is going to be very strong, and these parts in your aura that may have been fragmented or like injured in some way have been healed, and it's like these tears in your aura have closed up so that these energies can't infiltrate and come in anymore. And I'm just seeing you really enjoying your own space, really enjoying your own company. And if you do let in new people, it's going to be like from a very different place than what you have done in the past. I'm seeing for this group, there's something here about relationships. Like you have had very troubling relationships, maybe narcissistic people have been attracted to you for whatever reasons. I'm just seeing something like this, or you've met a lot of people who are manipulating or lying to you or something like this, and it may have left like a sour taste in your mouth where you kind of like haven't really enjoyed your past relationships very much, or there's been some kind of history of trauma within relationship. So 1 year from now, I'm seeing that there's something where those patterns aren't repeating anymore. Like you're not thinking, oh, can I trust this person? Can I not? I don't know. Are they lying to me? Are they not? Are they good for me? Are they not? There's not going to be that sense of like, I don't know. You're going to be like so strong in your intuition. You're going to be like, yes, I know that this person is no good, or I know this person is, a good person for me. Like there's going to be just this certainty and this strength within yourself where you like support yourself and you back yourself. Like you back your own intuition. You're like, you know what? I know what is right for me, or I can trust in my intuition. So yeah, I feel a really strong intuitive strength. Your intuition is going to be very strong 1 year from now. You're going to really know and trust. And when you do, if even you do meet people, it's going to be like you're going to have a different kind of criteria for letting people in. I feel like there may have been a thing in your past where you may have like fallen for the same kinds of people or manifested the same kind of friends that weren't really, didn't have your best interests at heart and things like this. And you might have been like, wow, like there's like how many billion people in the world and I keep meeting people like this. And it might have just felt really like, how does this keep happening? But I'm just seeing like something about those relational patterns has ended, and you have actually cleared the space, cleared the way for really positive relationships to come in, if that is something that you desire. Because I actually see that you're going to be in a place 1 year from now where you're not really looking outside of yourself for entertainment, for company, for friendship or love that much. Like I feel you might have people in your life already. Like 1 year from now, there might already be people in your life who you feel really good about. So you're not kind of like searching for that sense of connection or company or community. But for others of you, there might be just sort of a really pleasant experience of being on your own and being in your own energy field, and in a way where I just really see you not searching anymore. Like I just feel that search is over, and Yeah, because see how in this card she has her eyes closed, like she's looking inwards, she's focusing on her own inner world. And that's what I see for you 1 year from now, is like you're going to really be quite fulfilled by your life, whatever it is that you have in your life. You're going to be so fulfilled. Like I just don't see you looking outside of yourself for anything. Okay, so we're going to pull these astral dice for you. Astro dice. Astro dice? That's cool. But I meant to say astro dice. So let's see, Spirit, what do you want group 2 to know? Okay, so we have Scorpio, we have Venus, and we have the 6th house. Really interesting. For some of you, you might be getting a new pet 1 year from now, okay? They might be like a soulmate pet. I just got that really strong vision, like a dog or a cat or something like this. Yeah, and they're gonna be like a soulmate energy coming into your life 1 year from now. I'm just seeing a very strong, like, relationship energy 1 year from now. So you might be in a really, really loving partnership 1 year from now. I'm seeing something like, yeah, your energy is taken, okay? That's the kind of energy I'm getting. It's like your energy is taken. There's no way for people to infiltrate in a negative way, like people who have negative intentions. And I just feel like you really, really deserve this because you've gone through a lot relationally. And I feel that you're like a beautiful empath soul. Actually, you might really want to check out my Earth Angel tape that I just released. I'll link it down below. I feel like it would actually really serve you and your energy because I just feel like you're such a beautiful empath. And I feel that you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot with relationships where people really maybe didn't treat you well, or they didn't have your best interests at heart, or they were manipulators or narcissists or something like this. And I feel that it may have taken a toll on you energetically. And that light language clearing, it really helps to strengthen the heart space after those sorts of experiences. So, but 1 year from now, I feel you being really strong. Like you may be single and just in love with yourself and your own life. And maybe you've got a cat or a dog and you like living alone and you're just loving kind of your own energy and your own space. But for some of you, I feel this could be about partnership coming in with the Venus energy and the Scorpio energy. Like Scorpio is about deep soul level bonding, like at the deepest level. So I feel like this kind of relationship, it would be very intense. It would be very like soulmate kind of level, like very deeply seeing one another and knowing one another. And I feel that you might be living with this person with the 6th house as well. This could be someone that you are living with. Again, I'm feeling different energies for different people. So just take what resonates. Like if you're like, no, I want to be single, or if you feel like, that you're ready for a relationship, then I really see 1 year from now, you could definitely have that. But it's coming from a very different place than what it may have come from in the past. I feel like maybe relationships in the past, there may have been, I'm seeing like a searching, like there may have been a searching outside of yourself for a level of connection. But in this 1 year from now situation, I'm just seeing a very deeply settled kind of energy. You're no longer searching. So maybe that's because you have found your soulmate. You found the one 1 year from now. You found the one 1 year from now. That could definitely be the case. And I feel you're living with this person. You have some kind of a daily routine where it's like you make breakfast together, or they make you a cup of tea in the evenings, or I don't know, there's something like really nice and like nesting kind of energy about this relationship, but it's very deeply bonded. Like this is someone who you will know very, very deeply. Almost like as soon as you lock eyes with this person, there's a recognition between you, and it will be a very you will love this person for the rest of your life kind of energy with Scorpio. Like it's very almost like like borderline obsessive. Like I'll tell you, because Venus in Scorpio can be connected to like obsessive love, but I feel that this is more grounded rather than obsessive. But there is a sense of being obsessed with each other, but it's like in a nice way, like not obsessed in a negative way, but like, when you just get obsessed with something and you're like, oh my God, I love it so much, I just want to do this thing all the time, like I want to paint every single day of my life. Like it's like a healthy obsession, So okay, so relationships 1 year from now is going to be in a very different place. Like I said, I see you living with somebody who you love, or being very, very happily single. Because sometimes it's just nice to be single. So it's like, I feel like you're either going to be loving your own energy and just like so in love with yourself and your own life and just like loving kind of having your own space. You might have a pet 1 year from now, or there may be like a soulmate, very key kind of relationship who you are very deeply, deeply bonded to. Also, with the 6th house and Venus and Scorpio combination, there's something about your routine, your daily routine 1 year from now, which you are in love with, like you're obsessed with it. And there may be something that I feel there's something going to be different about it. Like, for example, maybe you are living, I don't know, by the beach 1 year from now. So you can go to the beach every day for sunrise or for sunset or something. And there's something about that routine, something that you do every single day that really grounds you, that you really love to do. Or, I don't know, you've found some kind of a workout routine, like you're doing yoga every day and you just love it. There's something about your routine, like something that you do that is improving your health. Certainly improvement in your health or transformation with your health as well. But it's something with the Venus energy which you love. Like you just naturally love to do this thing. It doesn't feel like a chore or like pain. You just love, walking at the beach at sunrise, and then it happens to really improve your mental health and your well-being and your mood and your energy levels. It's something like that, but it's something that you do every day or almost every day. And it could also be something that's very environmentally, like you move to a new apartment and then you have the space to do yoga, whereas you didn't have enough space for a yoga mat in your old house or your old room or something. Or you, like I said, you move to the beach and then you have the beach. You have time to go to the beach. There's something like this. For a lot of you though, I see a new pet coming into your life 1 year from now, okay? Oh my god, I see that. It's gonna be so happy, so much love. All right, so let's pull you the cards for your reading, okay? So we have sacrifice. That is the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles, material harvest. Thank you. I love that. We have Destiny, another major arcana with the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the 3 of Cups. Again, rejoice and celebration. Something about your relationships coming through. Okay. So I'm seeing we're going to start with the 3 of Cups, rejoice and celebration. I feel like you're going to be really quite picky about your friends or your community 1 year from now. I feel like you've learned a lot to do with relationships. Like I was sort of saying at the beginning of your reading, like you've learned a lot about relationships over the years and kind of what works and what doesn't and who has what intentions for what reasons and why they want to be friends with you. And I feel like you come from a really pure kind of place, and then having people want to be friends with you for their own personal gain or for whatever reasons, it can be quite sort of a foreign experience, I guess. So I feel like there's something where it's you feel more savvy and smart about who you let in. You're very discerning about who you let in. And because of that, because you've sort of cleared some kind of karma to do with relationships, I'm seeing the quality of the people that you actually do attract being finally what you have been sort of looking for your whole life. And I feel like that's also what this Venus in Scorpio energy is trying to say is I feel you're going to be I'm seeing maybe a smaller group. I really don't feel you're going to be socializing in any kind of superficial way. I'm not seeing small talk or, socializing just for the sake of, I'm going to go out for drinks or I'm going to go out to party or whatever. I'm seeing this as very you're kind of cultivating a really beautiful kind of soul family network around you. I'm seeing friendship. For those of you who have been desiring friendship, because I know that when you're at this level kind of spiritually, I'm just going to say it how I see it, you're at a level spiritually where you probably don't resonate with most people around you, okay? And that's why, a lot of the time that might not even be a problem because you have that rich inner world, you have that spiritual connection. But I see that this is going to kind of come into your life at a time when you no longer feel that you really need it, okay? Which is kind of a strange thing with law of attraction, is that sometimes things can only come in when we truly let it go. When we truly are what, I don't care if this comes in or not. I'm happy where I am. I love life as it is. And then it's all of a sudden you cleared the space so that all these manifestations can come in. And that's sort of what I was feeling when I was trying to say, I feel you're going to be kind of set. You're going to kind of love your own life and love yourself in a way where you're not really looking for a relationship, but because of that, I kind of see that it's coming in. Because of that energy shift, it sort of means that it can come in for you. So I'm seeing, a really strong like group of people. You might have, like, I'm seeing a small group of friends, and this might be new, this might be not so new, but there's something about them that feels like, okay, these are the real ones. These are the ones that have stayed with me, or that I've met after I've gone through all of this healing. Like, you're either meeting them, or they've like been able to stay with you throughout all this growth and all this change. Or you are meeting them for the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have been able to meet you 1 year from now, or 1 year ago, or 10 years ago, because I wasn't energetically like aligned to this yet. And then you're finally going to be aligned to it, and it's going to be like really deep soulmate kind of friendships that feels really destined. Yeah, with the Destiny card. I'm seeing like your life is going to be different in a way that I don't think you can predict with Destiny and the Destiny is the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man, sacrifice is the Hanged Man, right? Destiny is the Wheel of Fortune. The Hanged Man is like shifts in perspective and perception, and I'm seeing like something in your life turning on its head, but in a really positive way. Let's get a clarifier about this, okay? We've got space for 2 more cards here on your spread. So it's something that you've waited for a long time. All right, so some of you might have waited for a relationship for a long time with the Venus energy. Oh, no way. Patience as well. That is, wow. Yeah. That feels very significant. Okay. Your life is going to be flipped on its head, and it's something that you've been waiting for. Like, if you say you're single for a long time, right? And then you meet your soulmate, you meet your partner, your future spouse or whatever. Well, your life's going to be quite different, right? When you're all of a sudden in a relationship with them. That's sort of what I'm feeling, is like there's something quite significant about this change happening for you. It feels very much relationship, but keep in mind, our primary relationship is our relationship with ourselves. So as much as I'm seeing other people in your life, like a romantic soulmate, I'm seeing friend, soul family kind of friends, I'm also just seeing like your actual relationship with yourself really being healed. And that's something that you've had to be really patient with. That's something you've had to kind of have spiritual strength to work towards over a long period of time. Interesting as well with the 9 of Pentacles here with material harvest. That card traditionally talks about being very independent. And that was sort of the energy that I was getting from your card initially. Is like, I felt a strong independence. Like, I don't feel like you really needed anyone else. You kind of were enjoying yourself and your own energy. And again, it seems like that is the perfect kind of space to be in to receive relationships from others. So I'm seeing you being very magnetic, like these relationships really coming in for you in a very easeful way, especially with Venus there and the High Priestess. It just feels like really effortless. Like the wheel just turns, and it turns in your favor. And it comes after many years, like with the spiritual strength and patience card, it comes after many years of, working to heal relationships. Like, something really significant karmically here about relationships for you in your lifetime. And I feel that 1 year from now, you are going to be in a really settled place. Number one, with your relationship with yourself, right? With your sense of self-trust, with your sense of like supporting yourself and trusting in your intuition. And I feel that you're not going to be in this like plagued with self-doubts anymore, where you're like, oh, can I trust them? Can I not? Are they lying to me? Are they not? Any of that kind of like energy where it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe yes, maybe no. I'm just seeing like that is resolved. That has been resolved. And the people that you have in your life, like, you have no doubt that they are trustworthy. You have no doubt that you can trust them 100% and like lean on them in your life. There's really like a different quality of relationship that you have manifested, and it's going to be undeniable to you. Like, you're just going to feel like, wow, this is like completely different. And I feel that's what this Hanged Man is trying to say, is like, and maybe you've had to make sacrifices in relationship. Like, maybe you've had to walk alone for a long period of time because you didn't want to settle for something that wasn't really right. But But I just feel like the quality of the relationships around you 1 year from now, you're going to feel like, wow, my whole life has been turned on its head, because maybe like 10 years from now, you were stuck in a really unhappy marriage, or you had, a toxic friend that was always draining you, or I don't know, you just were attracting all these people that were fake and it wasn't really good. It's like the stuff that you've been through in relationship has been some kind of a center point in your like life path for some kind of like karma and destiny that you've been working towards. Like you were meant to experience, this is what I'm saying, it's like you were meant to experience both sides of duality to do with relationship, kind of like the worst and the best of relationship on earth. And 1 year from now, it's like you're actually going to experience the best, like the level of like soulmate connection where you feel so safe, you feel so bonded and like good with this person. Again, for some of you, this is also a pet. Like I just feel so happy when I tune into this pet that's coming in for some of you. But this is also friendship, community, as well as romantic. So yeah, I feel you're going to be like really feeling all like nested in, like having all this love around you, like really effortlessly and easily, like feeling loved up, feeling adored, feeling really safe as well, really safe and secure. But once again, having like such a strong foundation that comes from within yourself, where you're like, you know what, I know myself, I trust my life. And for some of you as well, there's something about like independence here within relationship. Like I feel like you are going to have your own career, or you're going to have your own money maybe 1 year from now. Maybe for some of you, this is about financially individuating from your family, or financially individuating so that you have your own stream of income after a divorce or within a relationship of some kind. Like I'm seeing something where you're going to be feeling like a lot stronger in your own energy, the way you're like, you know what, I don't need anyone else. Like I can manifest for myself. I can provide for myself. I can support myself. And I feel like that's, again, a really strong foundation to have for relationship. Because I feel like there may have been patterns in the past of like codependency or enmeshment, especially maybe within family, where like, you had family pay for you for things, or I don't know, maybe within relationship of some kind, that for some reason it was not like I don't think there's anything wrong with having money like come from other people or anything like that, and I think there's just natural times in life where we support the ones we love through different things, and that's like totally normal and natural. But for some reason there's something here that Spirit's like highlighting where it was maybe more feeling like disempowering. It got to a point where it maybe felt disempowering, where you may have forgotten that you have the power to like make your own money or to support yourself. Or maybe for some of you, you're going to be like supporting someone you love like 1 year from now, and you're going to feel really good to have that money to do that. But yeah, I just see with the material harvest, 9 of Pentacles, like that's a very strong place to be financially. And for some of you, this is also going to be like the shift in your lifestyle that I was feeling financially. 1 year from now, you may have more free time because you're better off financially, or you may have access to something in your lifestyle that you didn't have before. Like I'm seeing for a lot of you, you might be upgrading in the size of your home, or you might be moving to a location like to the beach or to nature in some way that impacts your lifestyle and makes you feel kind of more free. All right, that is your reading group 2. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to check out more of my work, like I said, the Earth Angel tape, I really feel would super support you, because you are kind of exactly the person that I made that tape for. It's really powerful heart chakra activation as well, especially with all the love energy I was feeling in this reading and the relationships. The other tapes that come to mind is the Open to Love heart chakra tape, as well as the Return to Belonging root chakra tape. They're both sort of surrounded around relationships. I mean, Open to Love is really about like loving ourselves first and foremost, but also opening to the love that we would like to receive in our life. It's a really strong heart chakra healing, and I really love that one. It's very medicinal when I use it for myself in my own life. And then the root chakra tape, Return to Belonging, is really about finding our place in the world and finding our people, like our soul family and our tribe, as well as healing from any root chakra kind of energies. So yeah, those 3 tapes come to mind. If you would like to read more about them, I'll link them in the description box below. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Hello, group 3. So you chose the Nine of Cups, which is the Fulfillment of Wishes card. And 1 year from now, I see that you have been receiving your dreams come true. There is a fulfillment of wishes that I feel like will have already been starting 1 year from now. But I see you being in like a very receptive mode where you're receiving a lot in your life. Like you're receiving a lot of something that you've worked hard for. This feels like wishes or dreams that you know about rather than like surprises. Like this is something you've been actively wanting to manifest, that you're very aware of. Like you really want to manifest, I don't know, a certain amount of money or a career opportunity or a location, like to move somewhere or a holiday or something like this. And you're finally receiving it 1 year from now. Like I feel that there's a sense where you feel kind of accomplished, like you've worked hard for this thing. It may not have come easy or it may have taken some time, but it feels really good to finally be in the receiving mode of this thing. And I feel you being really comfortable with receiving 1 year from now. Like I feel that there's something, maybe because you feel that you've earned it or that you've worked for it, where you just like kind of really let it in. Like you just let the blessings in. I feel like with the waterfall energy on this card as well, like there's a very strong abundance energy here. So it could easily be talking about abundance, like money. But I feel as well that when we get blessed in life, like when we receive our blessings, in my own experience, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, we usually get blessed like a lot. Like we get more than one blessing is what I'm trying to say. So I feel that this is going to be like a situation where you're being blessed in more than one way. There's something about receiving these blessings that actually help you to receive more blessings in the future. Because I said something like these blessings don't happen very often, okay, which is interesting because I feel like maybe that's like, I don't even know where that came from. But I feel like maybe that's something that you're going to feel at the time. We're going to feel like, wow, these blessings are really rare. Like, this is really rare for this to happen or for this amount of blessings to happen. But I feel that from that point, when you receive these big blessings, like in abundance, like a lot of blessings, it's going to change you in some way where you're going to feel that blessings come to you more easily moving forwards, or they come to you more quickly, or they have less time in between them, something like this. So let's pull you some cards, group 3. What do you want them to know, Spirit, about 1 year from now? Wow! Hope! Wow, this is literally what you have been dreaming of. Like, this is the star card, so it's like you have been dreaming of this. Like, this is your highest reality, your highest timeline that you could imagine, that you have been imagining. This is what is coming in for you 1 year from now. Wow! I feel as well the star card talks about healing. So I feel like there's something that you've been healing 1 year from now. You're going to be kind of like reaping the rewards of that healing. You're going to be feeling the results of healing from something. And yeah, there's something as well, like this is the highest timeline that you could think of, or the like the highest level of success that you have wanted. This is like a very big breakthrough. And it might also be something with the star card, like a dream that you've had from a very young age. Like you may have dreamt of this since you were a child. Yeah, I'm getting something about a childhood dream. Like this is something that may have always been with you. Like you've always wanted to achieve this. You've always wanted to have this happen. You've always wanted to make manifest this particular set of circumstances in your life. And then 1 year from now, it's either already happening or it's going to happen 1 year from now. It's like you're either already in it. For some of you, it's going to happen before 1 year, but for others of you, it's like it's happening 1 year from now. And you have all these circumstances. Like I'm seeing a set of circumstances. Like I'm seeing kind of like as well, you know, like childhood dreams, like maybe a child who always like wanted to grow up to be like, I don't know, a pop star or something, like a singer. And then you like manifest it and it's like, oh my God, this is my dream come true. Like I'm seeing that kind of level of dream, like a big, big dream. Or a child who always wanted to be an astronaut. And then it's like, you're going to space 1 year from now. Like this feels really, really significant. It feels very like, yeah, this is something you have always wanted. You've always thought about this. This is like, if you could say what is your wish for your life and you say this is what it is, this is what you're manifesting 1 year from now, okay? Literally, the magician. Awareness. Yes, like you're literally manifesting it. Wow, like you are going to feel really in your power. And like I think as well wow, we have Judgment on the back of the deck as well. And we have the second chakra, sacral chakra. This is totally a wish come true. It's going to make you feel really, really joyful. With the Judgment card, this is something that it's like having this dream come true is going to change your perception of reality. Like, that's what I was trying to say, is like, it's going to change your perception of reality to the point where you realize that your blessings are not so far away as you think they are, or that your dreams are not so impossible as you may have thought they are. And I think you're also going to be a real source of inspiration for others, like, because you're the story of someone who's made it, or you made it out of something that was very difficult, or you defied the odds, or you, I don't know, found love at a like later age or something. And people are like, oh my God, it's real, it's possible. Like, I can actually have this thing happen for me as well. Yeah, there might be something about it that, I don't know, maybe it took a while. Like, for some of you, that might resonate. It took a while. You know, when we're children, like, sometimes we have these ideas about our dreams, like, that they're just gonna happen, like, straight away, you know? And for some people, they do. Like, some people, like, say we just go to the pop star examples, like, some people are, like, pop stars are, like, at a young age, but some people aren't, and they maybe become, like, famous later in life. And there's like sort of these limiting ideas where we're like, oh, you can't get famous later, or you can't, I don't know, meet the love of your life after the age of 30 or whatever, or after the age of 40. And it's like, you totally can. Like, all of these things are totally possible and totally happen and are totally real. And I feel that there's something about that where it's like you have some kind of an unconventional aspect to your story. There's something about your story that seems unconventional, or I don't know, maybe you really started getting success at a later point or a different point in life than what you had anticipated, or what the world tells us is what we should have had already. Like, there's something where you like are living outside of the norm in some way. And I feel that that's actually going to give you a real sense of like faith and a sense of hope. And you're definitely going to serve as like an inspiration to the world, where it's like, don't give up on your dreams. Like, never, ever give up on your dreams, because they're totally possible. It's totally possible to have them happen, you know? All right, I'm going to pull you these astral dice. Astral dice. I keep calling them the astral dice. Astro dice. Astrology dice. Okay. All right, so we have the North Node. That's right. It's your destiny. We have Cancer, and we have the first house. Yeah, so this feels really like recognition and success. Like, for a lot of you, this feels like fame for some reason. But the North Node in astrology also talks about like kind of material success. It talks about fame and fortune, and kind of like things that we can't carry on with us necessarily to our other lifetimes. Like, it's things that kind of are more of this world, of this current living world. So I feel there's something going to be like financially, materially, and also for a lot of you, something about fame, because I just kept seeing someone who wants to be famous as a kid. Like, I want to be famous. I want to be a pop star. I want to be a movie star or something. And it's like, it doesn't have to be like super like Hollywood level, but I'm just seeing like some version of that. And for some of you, maybe it is like, but I'm just seeing some version of that like coming true, or a real incredible like incredible success in your career, like something in your career being like very, 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 very successful. Yeah, even with the first house as well, this is also about like beauty and your appearance as well. For some of you, I'm seeing maybe some of your models watching this as well, and having like really success, something to do with your appearance. But I also, the first house in Cancer, I feel like that the world around you is going to be really loving you. And that's why I keep getting like a fame energy, where it's like the world around you is going to be really loving you, and you're going to feel really recognized for your work. This feels very much like mission, destiny, career, fame, fortune, finances. Okay, that's the kind of realm that I'm seeing these blessings coming in through. And it's like, it's a dream you've had since you were a child. Like, I've always wanted to do this thing, or this thing. In whatever area of life that is, because like athletes can become famous, right? Or singers or actors, or on social media or whatever. Like, I feel like for a lot of you though, there's something about your path that is unconventional, or that your path in general is unconventional. Like, how many people want to be an astronaut, or how many people channel light language? You know what I mean? Like, there's something about it's maybe like really rare. or like different to the world. And for some reason, like that has been a part of your story. Like you have meant to be different, like you're meant to be different, or you're meant to have a different trajectory than, like I said, what is considered normal, or I don't know, normal in that industry maybe. Like, for example, most people are like, oh, if you're not famous by the time you're 21, you're never going to be famous or something. And it's like, well, that's not really how it works in the real world. Like, there's actually so many more things that happen in life. Again, for a small amount of you, this could be about finding love, like really finding love at like a different phase of life or something like that, where people are like, oh, you're never going to find love or whatever. And then you do, and you kind of defy all odds. That's the sort of energy. It's like, it's about something about defying the odds. Like you defy the odds, and maybe you defied the odds that were stacked against you. Like maybe you had some kind of odds stacked against you. Yeah, but there's something here about really being seen, like for your talents, for your talent. I'm really seeing that, like you really being seen for your talent, for the really innate gifts that you have to share with the world. Like really being seen for that, really being seen in your creativity, and yeah, like really going viral, or really having a huge amount of success, like as well as you also feeling like you know what your space is in the world, like you know what your place is in the world, you know what you're here to do, you know what you're sort of meant to be sharing. I feel like with the North Node there as well, this is something that you have always been destined to achieve. This is a role that you've always been meant to play, or a gift that you've always been meant to share. And you kind of had like a narrow pathway in life where there wasn't as much, like I feel like there's something about your destiny that was like pre-planned by you. I'm seeing something like that where there were sort of like, I'm seeing like checkpoints throughout your life that you were meant to reach and attain and kind of like tick off. And it might have felt like a bit strange at times, like going through this life, but I'm seeing that your soul like really planned this out really meticulously. Like you plan to, I don't know, have success happen for you later in life after you had sorted out a lot of things in your foundational energy, so that you could really handle this. Because the level, I guess, that I'm feeling with these cards is pretty big. Like this isn't something that you could maybe just throw on anyone and have them like handle. You know what I mean? This is like pretty big level. Again, for a lot of you, you're meant to be quite famous, or like in the world arena. Like with the first house, this is like you're meant to be seen by the world. You're meant to be really seen, or your artwork's meant to be seen. You're meant to be kind of known. Yeah, like your name is meant to be kind of known, or your work in some way, your voice in some way, your art in some way is meant to be known, or it's meant to be shared or widely distributed. Um, and there was something about this role that you kind of had to be prepared for in some way. Like, I feel that you wouldn't have been ready for the role's responsibilities, like straight out the gate. Like, there was things in a way that you've had to like reach certain checkpoints throughout your life to kind of be trained for this. I'm also seeing a past life energy, like your most recent past life is also showing up to me as well. And I feel that your current destiny in this life is very deeply tied to your past life. And I feel that you're finishing business, like you're completing something in this life where you started it in your past life, and it got cut short, or it got impacted in some way. Like in your past life, there was something like the thread of your destiny continues from your past life. And in your past life, like you weren't able to fully materialize or actualize some kind of a thing, some kind of a role that you were here to play. Like you did really well. You might have also been famous in a past life, actually. A lot of you were also famous in a past life, which might have been why you kind of knew that you were meant to be like sort of famous in this life as well. But there's something where it was like it continued in from your past life. And because of that, there's something where it's like you really had to do it right this time. It's almost like you're going to play the same role. Like say in your past life you were a singer, right? Then in this life you reincarnated and you're like, I know from a young age, right? I know that I'm meant to be a singer. I know this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be on the stage. I'm meant to perform. I'm meant to record. I'm meant to share through my voice. And so it might be like sort of like something like that. Or in your past life you were, I don't know, a scientist or something. And then you come in this life and you're meant to be a scientist again and do all these experiments and invent things. It's something like that. But something in your past life, like, it didn't go to, like, it didn't go well. Like, there was some aspect of it that was challenging or like not ideal in some way. And in this life, you planned your life in a way to ensure that it would work out better this time, to ensure that the pitfalls that you may have fallen into in your past life, like, would not repeat again in this life. And that's why I'm seeing that some of you may have felt that things have been delayed in some way, that no matter how hard you tried or how hard you worked, it may not have made much of a difference, because there's something here with the North Node where the timing was already destined, okay? But I do see, like, Spirit wants you to know that you are definitely meant to be seen in this life. And honestly, at this point, I would say, like, all of you are meant to be famous in some way. And if that really doesn't resonate, it might be a different group then that you need to choose, because I just feel with the first house here as well, it's like you are just meant to be out there. Like, you're meant to be seen. Like, your name is meant to be known. Your voice is meant to be heard. You're meant to be a leader in some form, some way or another. Like, I just feel that Spirit wants to kind of work through you, like, work through your energy. And I feel like you haven't fully experienced yet the levels that you're meant to go to. And I think you know that. I think there's a part of you that knows that feels like this is not it. I feel like some of you feel like this is not it. Like, it's meant to be way bigger than this, or I'm meant to have way more gifts than this. Like, for some of you, it might feel, like, frustrating, like you're being held back, but I'm just seeing there's some reasons for this. There's more going on. And your soul, like, I'm seeing your soul, like, before you incarnate, right? There's kind of like the understanding, that we potentially probably sort of plan our lives quite strategically. And we say, I want to sign up for this experience, or I want to have this thing delayed, or I want to have this thing held back, and I want to karmically overcome this. So I know that I'm going to strategically incarnate into this place, or into this family, or into this condition. It's like that. You really planned it meticulously. Like, you really thought about this life, and it feels like it's almost a continuation of your past life. Like, I feel like in a way they were almost planned at the same time. This is really, like, tripping me out now because I'm seeing it from such a high perspective, but it's almost like a dual lifetime. Like, you didn't just plan one life when you did your little plan. You planned, like, multiple lives, because this mission that you're on, it's like it took multiple lifetimes to fully come into form. And this is your life where you get the fulfillment of wishes, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. This is your life where you get the fulfillment of wishes, where you're like, okay, this is the time when I actually come into the full manifestation. You got the Magician. Like, this is your full manifestation. And this is also why you've had this dream since you were a child. Also, for some of you, this might be something that gets revealed to you over time. Like, you might not realize certain gifts that you actually have inside of yourself. So don't, like, judge yourself. That's the other thing I'm getting, is like, don't judge yourself if there's been delays, or don't judge yourself if you felt held back from your specific skill set or abilities, because again, it will be revealed to you and it will come through you again. I feel as well there's a strong past life remembrance within this group, whether you want to call it that or not. Like, some of you might not have thought, oh, I remember my past life and I used to do this and now I want to do it again. Like, it might not be that black and white, but I feel that there is a remembrance in your soul where you're like, I know what I'm here to do. And that's why as well, look back at your childhood. Like, what were your dreams when you were a child? Like, some of you already know this and you're like, it's very obvious to me. I know what I'm here to do, right? But for some of you, there might actually be more to uncover. Like, if you really go back to your childhood, like, what was the thing that you really wanted to do? No matter how crazy it might have seemed, right? Even if it's like, oh, I want to be a pop star, I want to be an astronaut, or whatever. It's like, really think about that and be like, where is that coming from? Why do I want to do this? And like, how is this connected to actually my destiny and like what I'm here to do? Because the certain dreams that you've had since you were a child, especially key ones that felt really big emotionally for you, like, they were meant to be realized in this life. Like, you are meant to have these dreams come true. You're meant to have the fulfillment of those wishes, no matter how impossible it seems. That's the other thing I'm seeing for you, is that no matter like what kind of odds you have to overcome to make these dreams come true, you can totally have it happen. You can totally do it. A lot of you, for some reason, either your success will be delayed and or your actual gifts within yourself haven't fully come in yet. And that might feel strange because you might be like, how can I have these big dreams when, I don't know, there might be some doubts or something because there's gifts within you that like haven't fully come online yet, but they will. The first house there as well. It's like they absolutely will. And they're stored within your heart with Cancer. Cancer's like rules over the heart. I mean, so does Leo, but I'm seeing like the heart space here in the Cancer energy in your astro dice. So it's like, you are going to come into the fullness of yourself. Like the first house is like, self-actualization. You're going to be seen by the world for who you really are as a soul. And it is your destiny. But for some reason, there may have been aspects of that has been delayed. And Spirit's saying like, don't judge yourself for that. Don't judge your life for that, because there is more meaning to it. And I think that, I mean, really, the perspective you have of like when you were planning your life pre-incarnation is the one that you really need to fully understand and I suppose come to peace completely about this delays. But ultimately, once they come in, once you have these fulfillment of wishes, I think that there will be a wisdom that you have inside of your soul, or once these gifts really come online for you, maybe psychic abilities, maybe channeling abilities, maybe musical abilities, maybe, I don't know, intelligence that you didn't previously have access to. Like once that all comes in for you, I feel like there's going to be a wisdom in you where you're like, oh yes, like this, I remember now. I remember why this had to happen now. Or I remember why I chose to live without this for a while. And it really is a blessing, okay? No matter how it may have been experienced, it really is a blessing that there has been this narrow pathway in your life. Like you as a group, like you really have a very narrow pathway of like what you are here to achieve. And I think you took on a very ambitious lifetime as well. Like I'm seeing someone kind of like going through an obstacle course or, like an orienteering course. And it's like they have to go to specific locations at specific times to like check in, to I don't know, like make it. Or someone who, I don't know, is going on a, like, when people do rock climbing and there's like a route that's already kind of mapped out for them. And it's like, oh, you got to like climb this direction at this time on the rock to get to this foothold and, whatever. It's kind of like that. Your life is a bit like that, metaphorically, symbolically. Like there are certain points in the path that you just need to be on. And it might not always make sense. It might not always make sense. Or you might be like, why did I make this so difficult? And you did kind of make it difficult. I got to tell you, like, I feel that there was even a sense from like, because I'm kind of getting like, I'm kind of seeing, say, for example, as a soul, like in the non-physical, when you're planning your life prior to incarnation, like you go to, I don't know, you go to your spirit guides, or you go to a council, a board of higher souls, oversouls, or spirit guides or angels or something. And you're like, this is the plan I have for my life. What do you think? And they kind of do a pre-life review. That's sort of what I'm seeing. Because I always known about like a post-life review, right? Where we like review our life once we've lived it and we're like, oh, man, I did this thing, or I didn't see this opportunity, or I was mean to this person, I shouldn't have been, or whatever. Like we learn from things that we go through in life. But now I'm kind of being shown like a pre-life review where you put to the guides, beings, I don't know what to call it. You just say spirit guides. You put to your spirit guides like, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do in my life. This is the plan. I'm going to achieve this thing. But in order to achieve it, I've got to go through all these things and be in this place at this time. And I feel that your guides were like, wow, this is really ambitious. This is kind of a lot. This is kind of, this is going to test anyone. This is a very testing kind of thing to do. But you were very like adamant, and you're like, no, I can handle it. I can do this. I can handle it. I've got this. Like, I know I can do this. And I feel like a very strong ambition from you. Like, I feel like you really were very ambitious. And this might also show up in your birth chart to some extent, especially if you have Capricorn energy. I'm feeling something to do with Capricorn here, but it doesn't have to be. It could be anything really. But I'm seeing like if you had an astrologer look at your chart, they might tell you something like, oh, you're very ambitious, or you chose an ambitious lifetime, or something like this. There's something here about, it's ambitious. But you were very ambitious in your pre-life review, but you chose to take it on and you were adamant that you could achieve it. And I feel that you are going, like, it does feel certain. Like, you do have this tenacious kind of energy as a soul where you're like, I know what I want and I'm going to get it. So I guess Spirit's saying, like, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your goals, because you really know what you're doing here. And you have had a narrow pathway. Just like if someone's on a rock climb, you know, they have to kind of go the right direction. Like, they have to go on the right path to get to the top, and that's sort of what I'm feeling. Like, it's a very skilled life. Like, you have to have really high training to do those rock climbs. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like climbing a freaking rock face, like just this huge cliff. And it's like somehow they managed to maneuver their way through. That's sort of what I'm feeling for you, like, for your life, is like that's sort of what you've signed up for. And there has been like a narrow pathway kind of energy. You've had to kind of choose your steps wisely and stay on track and stay focused, like not get distracted in a way by, because, there's sort of infinite possibilities once we get to the earth, where it's like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could go experience that or that or that. But there's also like sort of intentions that we've had for our life, that we've like chosen to experience for our life, that kind of keep us more focused or keep us more going in a certain direction that we're meant to be going in. So I feel like there may have been aspects where you've kind of had to keep yourself focused or keep yourself on track. And I'm just seeing it's definitely going to pay off. So yeah, 1 year from now, you're going to feel the fulfillment of wishes. You're going to either be receiving success for something you've worked at and you've always dreamed of since you're a child, or you're going to be receiving like gifts that you didn't know you had, that really are destined for you to experience. Just like I've said in my channel before, like when I started channeling light language, I didn't even know what light language was. And then like one day I just started channeling it. And then it just like turned into, I'm meant to share this online, and it's kind of like a destiny moment, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling for you. It's like you're going to have gifts, but like really in profound kinds of gifts, like just revealed to you, like almost overnight, where it's like one day you didn't have it and then one day you did. And you're kind of sitting on a treasure chest, you're sitting on treasure, and you're going to be able to open that treasure up and sort of receive the rewards and the harvest of that. Okay. So that is your reading, group 3. It was such a joy and honor to channel for you today. If you'd like to check out more of my work, I have just released a new light language tape called Clear the Way. I feel like it would really help. Also, I'd really recommend that you work with a sleep tape. I have several on my store. They really work to help clear the subconscious mind. And I feel like that it would really help to just like kind of like, I feel like light language would actually just really help you in general, because you are a very spiritual soul, and the plans that you made for your life, like I said, it's very ambitious. So it might sometimes be a little bit disorientating when you're down here on the earth to be like, what am I, like, why is this all happening? Like, where am I going, kind of thing. And I feel like light language would kind of help, kind of like, almost like electric, like, what am I trying to say? It kind of like put some kind of electrical charge back in your energy, where it like shifts your vibration, and it makes you realize like, oh yeah, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, or I'm an amazing soul, or I've got this, I'm powerful. Like, kind of like put you back into alignment, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and really like help free up any kind of like self-doubts or like judgment energies towards yourself that may come from kind of like the wounded human ego aspect of this experience. So yeah, any of my sleep tapes I really recommend. I have a DNA activation one, I have an ancestral dreamtime sleep tape, I have a divine feminine embodiment sleep tape, and you can really use also any light language tape as a sleep tape if you just put it on repeat and play it all night. For example, I've recently been using the trauma codes light language clearing on repeat because it's just been like really hitting something in me at the moment that I'm really loving working with. So yeah. All right. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.